Moksha Swaday Namo Namo Doi Sauryantam Namo Doi Sauryantam Namo Doi Saurayam Namo Doi Saurayam Namo Doi Saurayavati Savanam Omkar Mindu Sanyam Jayanti Yogina Kamada Moksha Swaday Namo Manganam Bhagavanayo Manganam Gopamuni Mangalam Kurkundari Ujendra Mosu Mangalam Namasanastana Swanu Bhutya Tata Titi Swadhay Tavaya
Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Aryantanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Siddhanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Aryanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Ujjayanam. Om Namo Loe Sarvatrikavarti Savanam. Om Karam Bindu Sanyuktam Nityam Dhayanti Yoginam Kamadam Moksadam Chaiva Om Karaya Namo Namah. Nama Samaysaraya Swanubhutya Chakasate Chitsabhavaya Bhavaya Sarva Bhavantarachide Agnanatimirandanam Gnana Anjana Salakaya Chaksurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah Tirthankaro Jagatana Jayavanta Varto Omkaranada Jinano Jayavanta Varto Jinana Samo Sarana Sau Jayavanta Varto Netirthachara Jagama Jayavanta Varto Namo Tirthanayakane Namo Omkaranadane Omkara Sangarotene Namo Te Sri Kunda Kundane Aho Upakara Jinavarano Kunda no Dvani Divyano Jina Kunda Dvani Apya Aho Te Guru Kanano Aho Te Bhagavati Matano Dhruva Achalane Anupamagati Pamel Sarve Siddhane Vandi Kahon Sutta Kevali Bhasita Asamaya Prabhrata Ari Eka Suddha Sada Arupi Jnana Darshanamaya Khare Kai Anyate Maru Jari Paramanu Matra Nathi Hari Jam Netrate Maj Jnana Nati Karaka Nathi Vedak Hari Jane Jakara Modaya Nirajara Bandate Maj Mokshane Om Namah Siddhebhyo Om Namah Siddhebhyo Om Shri Shuddhatmane Namaha. Jai Janendra. Today is November 30, 2016, and we are continuing our discussion on Samaysar. What we are doing right now, we are doing prelude for the stanza 11. Stanza 11 mainly deals with Vyavarnai and Nishchayane. So we are getting our backgrounds ready for Vyavarnai Nishchayane. We have gone through a lot. We'll quickly revise what we did for 5 minutes or something, and then we keep going ahead. So I'll share the screen right now. Okay, so partial point of view, Vyavarnai, partial point of view, Nai. Nai, we just said conventional point of view, Vyavarnai, and absolute point of view, Nishchayane. So conventional point of view, we divided into 4 sections, basically 4 green thing we decided. So Vyavarnai in the blue bullet, then they are divided into 2 parts. Sadbudh and Asadbudh means pure synthetic and impure synthetic, and both of them, pure and impure synthetic, divided into 2 different parts each. Anupcharit means literal and upcharit means symbolic. So we have 4 different things: upcharit, asadbudh, vyavarnai, symbolic, impure synthetic, conventional point of view. Anupcharit, asadbudh, vyavarnai means literal, impure, synthetic, conventional point of view. On this side, Sadbut side, Upcharit, Sadbut, Vyavarne means symbolic, pure, synthetic, conventional point of view. Then Anupcharit, Sadbut, Vyavarne means literal, pure, synthetic, convention point of view. So these are the four major division in a convention point of view that we have talked about. In the first section of Upcharit Sadbut Vyavarne, we said that my car, my business, my home, my family, they're separate from me, away from me, but I still have ownership on them. Then Anupcharit Asadbut Vyavarne means a literal, impure, synthetic, convention point of view. My body, this is my body, my senses, my karma and everything. They occupy same space point, but still they are separate from me. That's on the impure synthetic point. On a pure synthetic point, we say Upcharit Sadbut Vyavarne, like I am an angry person. Anger, deceit, ego, greed belongs to me because they are occurring in the soul, but again, they can be removed. So they are symbolic, pure synthetic, convention point of view. And last part, literal, pure synthetic, convention point of view, it says, I have knowledge attribute. I have conduct attribute. I have faith attribute. So these are the inseparable from the soul. As soul is there, there is a knowledge. As there is knowledge, there is soul. As there is soul, there is conduct. As there is conduct, there is soul. They cannot be separated out. So they are extremely closely interwoven with the soul. So they are literal, pure synthetic, convention point of view. So this is major convention point of view divisions. We have gone through it in detail, this kind of revision. Now, on the absolute point of view, Nishchay, there are also 4 points that we discussed. What are those 4 points? One second.
Kirit uncle?
Yes.
Can I ask you a quick question just on the last page, just quickly? The previous page, the Anupchari, pure synthetic conventional, you said that the different attributes
because they are with the soul, they are indivisible, but we make division in the indivisible. Remember, see this pink bullet says showing differences between virtue and virtuous. Means virtue is a knowledge attribute and virtuous is a soul substance. So we are showing difference. In fact, they are intermingled, they are indivisible with each other, but for our sake of our understanding, we are making division.
Okay, that's what I wanted to get. Yes.
Artificial
That's for communication, conventional communication, we are doing it. That's okay. Yes. I got you.
Okay.
Sorry for that.
No problem, no problem. So now we are coming to the Nishchay. Nishchay means absolute point of view, can be divided in 2 points, two blue bullets, that substance perspective and model perspective. Let's come to the model perspective first. In model perspective, Asuddha Nishchay means nigh of a impure absolute. What does it mean? It means I have anger, deceit, ego, greed, ignorance, inclination of attachment, inclination of aversion, all those things, krodh, man, maya, lobh, rag, dvesh, ajnan, mithyatva, all those things are occurring within me in the soul. So soul is a ownership soul has. This form does not have anger, deceit, ego, greed. Only I have anger, deceit, ego, greed. I have a rag and dvesh. So because it's within me, so it's absolute point of view. But because there's impurity within me, as we talked before, if I have an abscess on the hand, that abscess belongs to me. But do I keep it? No, I would like to take it away. As soon as possible, I would like to take it away. Same way, this impurity of anger, deceit, ego, greed, rag and dvesh, wrong faith, all those things are within me, but they should be taken out. That's why they're impure absolute point of view. Then second one, let's say that I'm sitting, I understand the philosophy properly, and now I have samyak darshan occurred to me. I have the experiencing of the soul substance occurred to me. When that thing occurred to me, that means partial purity occurred within me. Partial purity means Siddha Bhagwan will be complete purity. Aryan Bhagwan will be complete purity. But on a fourth spiritual development stage, fourth Gunsthanat or Virat Samyak Darshan Gunsthanat, what happens? I have a partial purity occur. Srimad Ji has said, if you have this partial purity, you will have to get liberated in the future, because it is that powerful of a thing. So once you have a ekdesh shuddha nishchaya, means partial absolute point of view, that means one is going to go for liberation in the future for sure. So it's a partial purity that also occurs within me, and because it's occurring within me, it's an absolute point of view. So partial absolute point of view, that's a samyak darshan. Thereafter, if the third part is called Suddha Nishchaya. Suddha Nishchaya means pure absolute. When I experience my soul substance, and now I get engrossed within, and by getting engrossed within, now I am getting the bliss occurring forever and ever and ever and ever. So it's a pure, and that happens at a 13th Gunsthana. It's 13th spiritual developmental stage. So that is called pure, absolute point of view. So these are three from the modal aspect, from Parya Apeksha. But now when we go to substance perspective, means Dravya Apeksha, there is only one. Param Suddha Nishchay Nay means it's a Nay for the supreme pure soul. So these are the four absolute point of view that we are talking about. So ultimately, when we come to the final slide over here, in which both the Nay absolute point of view, convention point of view, they are in the schematic form. This is number one. Which one it is? Upcharit Asadbut Vyavarnai, symbolic, impure, synthetic convention point of view. That's number one. Means house is me, my house, my family, my money, my car. That's number one over here. Number two is literal, impure, synthetic convention point of view. Anupcharit Asadbut Vyavarnai. This body is mine, my senses are mine, my material karma are mine. That kind of feeling is number two. Number three is symbolic pure synthetic conventional point of view, means upcharit sadbut vyavarne, means I have anger, deceit, ego, greed within me, and that's number three. Number four is pure synthetic convention point of view, means anupcharit sadbut vyavarne, in which I have the knowledge attribute, I have the conduct attribute, I have the faith attribute. All those attributes are me. That kind of thing is called literal, pure, synthetic, conventional point of view. And then we are coming on this absolute point of view. We are coming at the Parya from a modal aspect, impure absolute, partial absolute, and pure absolute, as we talk. And ultimately what happens, I have to go to the Param Suddha Nishchay Nahi. I have to go to the absolute pure, supreme pure soul. I have to go there. So I have to start from here, number one, all the way for all these things I have to pass. Ultimately, I have to come over here. That's our aim. That is, in short, the 11th stanza we'll talk about. So we are getting the base ready, because when Gurudev starts 11th stanza, he presumes that you already know all those things, and he goes very quickly in all those things, very detailed and everything, and we don't want to get lost while Gurudev is talking all those things. That's why we are taking our own time to understand all these things. Having said that, now we are coming to each and every partial point of view. What is their importance, what it is, what's the benefit, when do I leave it, what happens, all those things we are talking, and we already talked something. And let me take these things out first, and then bring the okay. Now, sheet number 1. Okay. We already have talked Upcharit Asat Bhut Vyavarna in detail. Means car is mine, house is mine, that kind of thing.
Kirit uncle, something's wrong with the screen that I see.
Oh, you did not see it? Okay, I have to do a screen share again, maybe new share. Okay. Can you see it now?
Some Excel spreadsheet?
Excel spreadsheet, yes. Yes.
Yep, I can see it.
Okay, all right. So now what we did last time and time before, that we talk about Asadbhut Vyavarne. Upcharit Asadbhut Vyavarne we talked about, and we talked in great detail. What is it? What's the name? What is the subject? What it is? What happens? How to accept it? How to discard it? And benefits of knowing this one. So we have gone through detail. We'll just go to this E, F, and G. I'll just make it a little bit bigger so we can see it. Okay. View. Zoom in. Okay, so we are here. How to accept this nai? Upcharit Asadbhut Vyavarne, car is mine, house is mine, family is mine, like that. So when one limits the attachment and aversion to his own external belonging, how did I accept this nai? Because whole world is in front of me. All the material things are in front of me, but this is only mine, and it is not, everything else besides that is not mine. So now I have limitation of my rag and dvesh occurred. Only for my own possessions I have rag and dvesh. So whatever you have it, I have no part of it, because they don't belong to me. So I have only attachment to my own external belonging. When one knows this now when I have this type of thing, I understand about my obligation and rights within my limitation. Let's say this room is mine. This room is mine. So this is my rights. Everything belongs in this room is mine. But at the same time, I have obligation to keep it clean also. I cannot just make it dirty and everything, because it's my own belonging. So why should I make it dirty? Why should I make it untidy? So I understand about my obligations and right when I accept this nai. Then third one is, because mine is mine and yours is yours. If that kind of understanding I make it, mine is mine, yours is yours. If I make that kind of understanding, then I don't have any idea of stealing from somebody, because somebody's material thing, how should I take it? Why should I take it? It's a crime. So I learn for not to have stealing. So I don't have a stealing, that idea of stealing within me. Then there is chastity. Your spouse is your spouse, my spouse is my spouse, so I should not have any ill feeling about your spouse. I cannot have any unchastity feeling towards somebody else. So by understanding this now, which is on the lowest cadre of everything, then at least it tells me that I have to be a virtuous person. I have to have chastity. I have to look into everybody else in a different fashion, rather than saying that, well, that belongs to me also. No, only my spouse belongs to me. Then, same way, there is no control of possessions. For example, I have my own things are mine and your things are yours. You may have better things than mine, but so what? I don't have, I had drawn a line into the sand and said, these are only my possessions. And when I do that one, then my possessive nature also increases. And one is able to discriminate between moral and bad behavior, because my behavior becomes better, and one does not have to lie to achieve material objects. I have my morality. So these are the very important point I learned from the lowest cadre of the partial point of view, conventional point of view. In fact, I learned that I don't have to do stealing. I have to maintain my chastity. My possessive nature has to be controlled, and I don't have to do any stealing from anybody. Remember, 5 important things from the householder's vows: ahimsa, satya, achori, brahmacharya, and aparigraha. 5 important things from the householder, out of which, when I accept this partial point of view, 4 I already have achieved. I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to do stealing, I'm going to maintain my chastity, and I'm going to have possessions will be my limited within me only. So those kind of important things I learned just by accepting lowest category of partial point of view. So that means I accepted my partial point of view while I'm maintaining this kind of thing. Now, how do I discard it? Remember, I have to discard it because I have to climb the ladder. I have to go from one, I have to have a Ved Gnan, I have to discriminate science to just separate outside a material object from me. So how do I discard it? It says, when one remains in equanimity, in association or dissociation of desired or undesired material things occurring in the universe. Okay, I have things with me. Let's take real life example. Stock market goes down. If I worry, does it help me? Or stock market went up, I became very happy. Am I pulling my money out today? So why do I worry about it? So I should remain in equanimity. And so when I remain in equanimity, when I learn to have equanimity status in association or dissociation of desired or undesired things, then I know that I have accepted, I have discarded this now. And discarded means I left it and now I'm progressing further. I'm climbing the stairs. When I'm on the first step, that first step is important. That is this one, for example, how to accept it. First step is important for me. And I learn all this thing in first step, but then I have to go to the next step. When I'm going to the next step, means I have to discard the first step. And how do I discard it? By creating equanimity nature within me. Sambhavta, Ishta Viyog, Anishta Sanyog. अथवा तो इष्ट संयोग, अनिष्ट वियोग, means desired thing coming to me or going away, undesired thing coming to me or going away. So I remain in equanimity. I don't become greedy and all those things. That means I have discarded this now, means I'm already on the process of going further ahead into my spirituality. So what benefit do I get over here in this night? This lowest category of night. This partial point of view are described for knowing the real nature of the eternal soul substance. I know the real nature of eternal soul substance. Without knowing this partial point of view, it's impossible to know the true nature of the soul, because lots of people, not knowing the reality, that, well, let's say that they have cut down their possessions somewhat and they feel very happy. They think that that's the end of everything. No, it's a beginning. It's not end of it. Okay, if you're a virtuous person, okay, you're not lying, okay, you're a chastity person, okay, you are the non-possessive person, means it's my beginning. It's not the end. It's not, people say, you know what, I have limited my possession and that's my religion. No, that's a stepping stone for you. That's a stepping stone for one to progress further. In the current state of transmigration, third bullet, soul has different types of associative relationship with alien objects of the universe. And so I find it out that, okay, I have a transient association. Just like on a tree, the birds are coming, the flocks of birds are coming in the evening, they rest during the night, and in the morning when the sun comes up, they just fly away to their own destination. So same way, I have come to this earth and I have association with my family and associative things and everything. It's going to remain transiently, and tomorrow it may disappear. So I understand that principle very well. This partial point of view helps understand such associations. The fifth bullet, along with it also lets one know that these associated relations are not true nature of the self. This is transient association. Transient means somewhere there is a beginning, that means somewhere it will end also. Remember, we are on the lowest cadre of the partial point of view, and we already get so much knowledge out of it. Our daily behavior changes, our conduct improves, and everything. One is to know associated relationship, but not to get engrossed in it. Sure, with my karma fruition from previous bonded karma, that I have a family, I have a good family, I have not so good family, I have to accept it, I have to work around it, and I have to keep going it, rather than to get anxiety about it, rather to get rag and dvesh about it. The conventional point of view is there for knowing purpose, but not to indulge in it. I know all these things. I have known all these things, but I'm not going to indulge in it. I just know this is knowledge, and I have to keep progressing further, so I don't have to get indulging in it. Knowing the true nature of associated relationship, one now discards it and indulges in the eternal true nature of the self. So my associated things are transient, but I'm the permanent eternal soul. I understand that part, and that is the learning from the lowest category of this night. Having said that, now we are going to go to point number 2, Anupcharit Asadbhut Vyavarne, means literal empirical standpoint of view expressing unity of different substances. I'll just make it bigger. Let's see. Okay, so Anupcharit Asadbhut Vyavarne, there's a second name. Second name means body is mine, senses are mine, that kind of feeling in which the material thing occupies same space point as my soul. Material things are occupying, means karma occupying same space point as my soul, and also my physical body occupying same space point as my soul. So they are having closer relationship. House, car, family, they are away from me. They can be separated from me. Suppose my loved one passes away tomorrow. Yes, I feel bad about it, but then I come to my senses and I keep going with my life. Here, with my own body is mine. That kind of feeling I have it, and since birth till death, I have this close association. So that's a Anupcharit Asadbhut Vyavarne. What it is? Anupcharit means literal. Asadbhut means impure, synthetic. It expresses unity of distinct entities. Vyavarne means empirical point of view, and Nai means partial point of view, or a part of a scriptural knowledge of the right knowledge. So these are this is definition of the Asadbhut Anupcharit Asadbhut Vyavarne. What's the subject? What's the subject it carries? It shows the associated relationship of alien objects occupying same space point as the soul. Soul has a certain space point, and my body is also in certain space point. They both have exact same space point. For example, in this room, I can put a green light and red light. Both the lights will fill the whole room with the light. Both the bulbs, green bulb and red bulb, will give the light to fill the whole room. So the room, every space point of the room will have a red light represented and a green light represented. If I switch off the red one, then from all the space point, red light disappears. If I switch the green light off, all the space point, green light will go on. When both lights are on, both bulbs are on, every space point is represented with a green and red light in every space point. Similarly, my soul has an innumerable space point, and my physical body, this body from head to toe, also occupies same space point. So soul's feeling produced due to fruition of karma manifestation of Audayik Bhav is the subject of this night. Now, what's the subject of this night? Audayik Bhav is the subject of the night. What is Audayik Bhav? We have not touched those five bhav, five inclinations. Yes, yesterday I think Preeti was asking, so we have not touched, but as the time comes, we'll be touching that one. Audayik Bhav means I have karma that I accumulated in the past. Now the fruition of karma comes, and that's called Audayik Bhav. Fruition of karma comes. Karma are material objects. They just give the fruition. Once they give fruition, they give the situation. And me as a soul, with my ignorance, joins in that fruition. So, soul's feeling means soul's inclination produced due to fruition of this material karma is the subject of this night. It shows relationship of soul with the physical body and material karma. They both occupy same space point, same space units as a soul. So that's the subject of this night. Now, what it is basically? Sentences in this night are somewhat stronger than Upcharit Asadbhut Vyavarne. Sentence that car is mine, house is mine. I know that part. But body is mine. That's a stronger sentiment. For example, car is mine, but I have an accident. I went into accident. I called my home. Honey, I had an accident. I went into accident. What's the first thing she's going to ask? She's not going to say that, hey, is your BMW fine or not? What she's going to ask, are you okay? So already it's in our mind, the mindset is there that when you talk about the physical body and the material possession, the material possessions can be disposed of. Physical body is more important. Remember, we are talking relationship. Physical body with the material things. So material things and physical body, we are making relationship. So the physical body is much more stronger relationship with the soul. That's what it says over here. Physical body, physical senses, material karma are having same space. No, we read yes. Okay. So they are same space one. Soul ends up with unity with the alien substances occupying same space point, and that is happening in this night. When come to the section D, what happens in this night? In this partial point of view, what happens? Even though physical body, physical senses, material karma having same space point as soul, still they are entirely separate from soul substances, soul's attributes, and soul's mode. Even though there is extreme closeness, remember, physical body and me as a soul, we have closest relationship since time infinite. When I was in the lowest form of life, Nigod, I loved my body. Even though within 1 second I was born for 18 times and dying 18 times, but still, this is my body, this is my body, this is my body. That kind of feeling I had it. When I'm the 1 sense, 2 sense, 3 sense, 4 sense, and now 5 sense human being. And I could be in a heavenly soul tomorrow, or I could be in infernal soul, or I could be the subhuman soul. Whatever way I am, whatever realms I'm in, whatever gati I'm going to be in, still I have a physical body attached with me. So if I'm the animal, I love my body. If I'm the snake, I love my body. If I'm a bacteria, I love my body. If I'm the nigod, I love my body. And I'm the human being, I love my body. But this close association, even though it is there, still they are both are separate, just like oil and water. They never mix together. They appear to be together, but never mix together. Blue light and red light, they both occupying same space point, but still red light will occupy its redness, green light will occupy will maintain its greenness. So they are two separate things, even though they are extremely closely associated. Soul with its own ignorance ends up creating duo deed and enduring endure a relationship with the body and material karma. With my own ignorance, I just said, body is mine. I enjoy my body. I maintain my body. I take insulin injection. I maintain my blood sugar. I do exercise. I maintain my weight. So these are the things that karta karma relationship and bhokta bhoktrutva relationship. It's with the body and material karma. I end up doing it. They're so closely associated with me that I think that they are me. They are me. That's it. So soul is separate and the body is separate, but body is me, that kind of thing. Well, I maintain my body. I maintain my health and everything. I eat healthy food and all the things. I do regular exercise and all the things. And all those things because I believe that body is me. That's my fault. That's my fault. This night gives the knowledge about the present state of soul's associated relationship with the body and material karma. When I understand this night properly, which night? This night, Anupcharit Asabud Vyavarne, literal empirical standpoint of view, if I understand that very well, then it just tells me that physical body is also separate from the soul. That kind of understanding, it gives it to me. So that's what happened. Now, how do I accept this nai? Remember, I'm in the second step. How to accept the second step? How do I accept it? And thereafter it will come how to discard it when I go to the third step. So, how do I accept it? One gives up attachment to all his external alien belonging and only have inclination of attachment and aversion to his physical body, physical senses, and material karma. Remember in the previous night, we said that I have I have put the limitation on my possessions. My car, my house, my phone, my business, my money. Over here, it says those are also separate. Only now I have responsibility with my body, physical body. If I'm healthy, I'll be able to acquire all those material senses in the future with my own work and everything. So now my attachment to the external belongings are reduced, and now attachment occurs only to my physical body and material karma. So my remember, previously I had attachment to lots of things. Now I'm putting the tightening of the screw and now bringing attachment only towards my physical body, accepting this night. While we are accepting this night in a true sense, that means I have only possessions with my body, only attachment with my body. One ends up knowing principle of conventional form of non-violence towards all living being. One now knows that giving pain to someone means his body suffers, as a result of his soul also suffers. What it is now, here is important point occurs. One second. So in this night, very important thing happens. Me and body are same. Me and body are same. Me and body are same. So if I know that me as a soul and physical body are same way, in the same sentence, the bug passing by in front of me, that also has a body and that also has a soul. If I love my body, if I have possessions of my body, same way that bug also has possession to his body also. So let's say that if I just go and kill a bug knowingly, if I kill a bug knowingly, that means if somebody gives pain to my body, I suffer. Same way, to give the pain to that bug's body, to kill that bug, that means that bug's soul also gets same amount of pain that I get it here too. If I don't understand this point, then what can I say? Well, that bug is there. Bug has a body and bug has a soul. Soul is immortal. And when I kill the bug, means soul got liberated, body got separated, nothing happened to soul. So if I just kind of crushed out a bug in my hand, I crushed a dust in my hand, it's the same thing. That kind of wrong notion, I end up getting it. But if I understand this now, if I understand this partial point of view, that means somebody gives me inflict pain on me, on physical body, me as a soul end up suffering, same way that bug's life also get affected. So now my non-violence towards the other living being becomes stronger. Not only 5 sense human being, but 1 sense, 2 sense, 3 sense, 4 sense, all the living being. Now I have a proper respect for those souls. With this, one ends up knowing non-violence related conduct. So now my conduct also improves. Now, Remember in the first night, Upcharit Asadbhut Vyavarne, what we said? If we accept it properly, that means non-stealing occurs, non-lying occurs, celibacy occurs, and non-possessionship occurs. So 4 principles are occurring. And in this night, most important thing, 5th principle is also occurring, is non-violence. So by accepting this night and accepting previous night, we are automatically going towards our 5 vows of the householder. Non-violence, non-stealing, non-lying, celibacy, and non-possession. So these 5 principles, remember, this conduct occurs automatic right now because I understood this one. That's why Gurudev Sri says all the time, Kunkun Swami says all the time that 33 Gatha, I think somebody said 33 Gatha, yes. What it says there, it's very important thing it says there. What it says, if you know, if you knowledge, then it gives vitragta, or it just says સ્વભાવને પર જાણીને પચકાણ ભાવો નું કરે તેથી નિયમથી જાણવું કે જ્ઞાન પ્રત્યાખ્યાન છે. If I know about it, then I give up or I accept. For example, if I know that this bottle has a poison, and if I touch that one, I can get poison in my body. What will I do right now? Tell me. How long it takes for me to throw this poison bottle away? As soon as the knowledge occurs, that poison bottle is thrown away. As soon as knowledge occurs, bad vices, they go away. That's why in Samaysar and in Gurudev's Tattvagnan, and it was not Gurudev's Tattvagnan, it is the Tattvagnan given by the Omniscient Lord, the facts given by Omniscient Lord. He just simply propagated that one, and he insisted on these principles, and he hammered out for years. Yes.
જરા પાછું એ ગુજરાતીમાં એક્સપ્લેન કરો ને ગુરુદેવે કીધું એ.
ગુરુદેવ એમ કહ્યું કે સ્વભાવને પર જાણીને, જે પર ભાવ છે એને હું સમજુ. પર ભાવ છે આ મારો સ્વભાવ નથી, પર ભાવ છે. તો જેવો પર ભાવ મેં જાણ્યો તો તરત જ તે જ સમયે મારું પચકાણ થઈ ગયું. પચકાણ થઈ ગયું એટલે કે પ્રત્યાખ્યાન થઈ ગયું. પ્રત્યાખ્યાન થઈ ગયું એટલે એ વસ્તુને મેં છોડી દીધી. અને એનો બીજી એની નેક્સ્ટ ગાથાની અંદર એનો એક્ઝામ્પલ આપે છે, સ્વભાવને પરજાય આ પારકું જાણીને પરદ્રવ્ય. I won't be able to sing that stanza, second stanza, but એની અંદર એવું આવે છે કે એક ધોબી છે, the washerman is there, and I have given my bed sheet to him for washing, and I go to him and I accept that. I go and get my bedspread. હું ઘરે આવીને એ ચાદર ઓઢીને સૂઈ ગયો છું. તે દરમિયાન બીજો માણસ ધોબી પાસે ગયો ને કે મારી ચાદર આપ. તો ધોબી કહે ભાઈ મેં તો એ ચાદર તો કિરીટભાઈને આપી દીધી. તો એ માણસ મારી પાસે આવે છે ને હું ચાદર ઓઢીને શાંતિથી સૂતો છું, એને મને ઉઠાડ્યો, જગાડ્યો અને કે મારી ચાદર પાછી આપ. તો કિરીટભાઈ કહે છે ક્યાંથી તારી ચાદર? આ તો મારી છે. તો પેલો કે ભાઈ આ મારી ચાદર તું ભૂલથી લાવે છે. જો મારું નામ લખેલું છે આના પર, જો મારું નામ અશોકભાઈ નામ લખેલું છે આના પર. જેવું મેં વાંચ્યું કે આ અશોકભાઈની ચાદર છે ને મારી નથી, તો એને છોડતા કેટલી વાર લાગી? તરત જ મેં એને આપી દીધી. એટલે કે જેવું જ્ઞાન થયું તો એનું એ પચકાણ પર ભાવનું પચકાણ થઈ ગયું. એટલે પચકાણ તમારો ફોર્સથી લેવાના નથી. જ્યારે જો જ્ઞાન થાય છે કે આ વસ્તુ મારા માટે નથી, મારી નથી, મારી યોગ્યતા નથી, તો એની મેં તે છૂટી જાય. એનું પચકાણ, પ્રત્યાખ્યાન, પચકાણ. So basically, when I understand the reality, who I am, I'm the eternal soul substance, and I was never created, will never die, and all that sense occurs to me, and this body is mine as associative things, then how much rag I have for this body, it will become reduced. So that's what this night tells us. So remember, lower quality of this Asadbhut night, two parts that we learn, and already we have in our conduct all the 5 principles of 5 vows of the householder we already accepted. Nobody has to force us to take any badha or anything. It already occurs reflexly. So this kind of night tells us so many things. Now, how do I discard? Means now, remember, discard means I have to go up. How do I go up next? I'm planning to go next step up. So now I have to give this step out and go to the 3rd step. I'm on the 2nd step. Now I have to discard the 2nd step and go to the 3rd step. How do I discard it? One knows that soul and body are separate. But as long as they are together, he respects body. As long as I have association with this body, I respect it. I give food, nutrient, I do exercise and everything, but I don't give undue attention to this body. Well, I need to have perfume, I need to have puff powder, I need to have these. No, those are the things. You have to respect this body the way it is. Okay, if you're sick, you may have to take medicine also. But to become healthy so that I can continue to pursue my spirituality. This body is helpful for me to continue to do my spirituality. So it is important that I respect, but that respect has to be within limit only. But he now takes away his attention towards his body and directs attention to the pure nature of the soul. So I know that I have body with me, but then I respect also, but my attention has to go to the eternal soul substance sitting within, residing within it. So those are the things that I have to think about it. When I go to the temple, temple is one physical place, but that Lord, the omniscient Lord is sitting inside. That is most important in the temple. If there is no omniscient Lord, that temple is kind of a hall only. So I don't have any feeling for that. When I'm entering temple, because omniscient Lord is there, and that's why I feel the great feeling. This body is a temple, and the eternal soul substance residing within is a Lord. So I have to respect this temple, but give the attention only what it deserves, not more. So he ultimately he tries to reduce his attack inclination from the body and everything. And then what's the benefit of knowing? One ends up giving external possession. So I have already given up my external possessions. Means given up means my inclination of attachment from the external possession is gone. Sure, you have a house, sure, you have a car, sure, you have a physical amenity, and that's a result of your fruition of the previous karma. But this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, I have something better than you, and you have less than me. That kind of feeling I have to destroy. That kind of feeling I have to reduce it from within me. So I am giving up external possessions. He has acquired non-violence towards all living beings of the universe. I have now respect for all the living beings of the universe, whether they are the lowest form of life, the God, or the 5 sense human being also. Towards all the living beings, I have the respect. And because I show the respect, I'll walk carefully. How is Muniraj walking? Muniraj is walking, keeping his eyes up to 6 feet in front of him. He doesn't keep on looking what is around and all the thing. He keeps on looking He walks carefully, and he just with the whisk, with the charolo, he is just making sure that then nothing gets killed by knowingly, even or unknowingly also. His rag and dvesh are further getting limited to the self only. Previous my rag dvesh were limited to my possessions. Now I am only, my rag and dvesh belongs to my physical body only. So limitation occur. One ends up observing all 5 partial vows of the householder. No, remember, nobody has to taught us how to take care of these partial vows. But now I know it by knowing these 2 nice, that I had to be of non-violence nature towards other animals and other living beings. I had to be careful, and I had to be non-lying, non-stealing, celibacy, and non-possession. So remember, the lowest form of nai also, when we know this thing, we have those kind of great feeling occurs within me. And that's why these are important things to understand this nai and everything. Some people say these knives are extremely complicated, I don't understand. No, it is very easy to understand if we put our heart into it, if we put our thinking about it, all these things, then reflexly all those things occurs within me, purity occurs within me, and I keep on going further ahead. So these are the second bullet that we have finished. Then we'll be going to the third one, which will be the Upcharit Sadbut Vyavarne, and then we'll go to, so one at a time we'll go. Today was kind of some of the revision also we had to do. That's why it took a little longer time. Next time onwards, we'll be able to climb the ladder a little bit rapidly. So that way we come to the 11th stanza as soon as we can. Any questions so far?
No.
Kirit uncle, did you already send the Excel spreadsheet to us before, I think, right?
I don't know, but if not, I'll send it out tonight again, okay?
Okay, let me just look right now if you've already sent it.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
No, let him resend it.
Yeah, I'll resend it out,
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. Thanks, and we'll meet next week. If there's any question that we can entertain the question, by the way,
Kirit bhai, how was your trip?
My trip was extremely great. I enjoyed so much, and I wanted to achieve so much more, and I was not able to do everything. But whatever I did, it was very good. Yesterday, I was telling that I had gone to Mangalatan, and we have conducted Shibir on Karta Karma Adhikar. And
I saw the link.
Yeah, and out of those all the speakers, I'll advise you to go at least minimum 2 of those, and those 2 are Pandit Arunji. He is dissecting each and every word from 69 and 70 Gatha. The Sanskrit words, he dissects it, and he really puts it in absolute flawless pattern that we just really have great feeling that I have to have some background knowledge about Sanskrit to understand all the scripture so much more. And the other person that I would like to have you read or listen to him, and that is Pandit Sachin Pandit. He has taken 143, 144 stanza, and he has 6 hours, 6 lectures, absolute fluent, perfect. And he's a young kid, he's about 38. He's an engineer, by the way. He's I think structural engineer or something. He gave up everything, and he's just on the spirituality only. And his style of explanation is amazing. So
where are these both Panditji from?
The Sachin Pandit is from Mangalatan, and Pandit Arunji, he is in Jaipur. He is a professor in one of the college in Sanskrit professor in college, and he has a tremendous love for Gurudev. Each and every other sentence he will say Gurudev, 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 and rightfully, not just for the sake of talking, but he has an immense amount of bhakti towards Gurudev. And you will, when you listen to one of his lectures, you will feel that how his devotion is there, And they
Where
all.
is Mangalayatan?
I'm sorry.
Mangalayatan, where is it?
Mangalayatan is about 40 kilometers from Mathura and 60 kilometers from Agra. So Mangalayatan, Mathura, and Agra becomes triangle basically. So if we go by train, then you go from Bombay to Mathura, and the express trains that they are. In Bombay, you just sit down in the that Rajdhani Express about 5 or 6 o'clock evening, and 8 o'clock morning you are in Mathura, and from there within hour, half an hour, 1 hour, you are in Mangalayatan. And
So it's ashram there? Is it ashram there?
No, it is a temple complex, and what it is that they have two major temples. One is Mahavir Jain temple, and other side is Bahubali temple. And in between, they have 40 feet of artificial hill. They have made it, and on top of it, there is 111-inch Pratimaji of Rishabh out in the outside, in open. And in front they have this they have the Manstam. If you see the picture of my temple in the back, the way that you are seeing right now with the Manstam and everything, this is exact same thing that they have there. We have taken the replica of their temples from there. So, and there are about 100 students are studying there from 8th grade to 12th grade. And Susmita Ben, the 11th grade guy, 11th grade kid, will sit down on a part and he will talk about Moksha Prakashak, and I can bet you 95% of people won't understand what he's talking even. It's that deep spirituality that kid will be talking. Every day they will have a Kanji Swami's lecture, the tape lecture for half an hour, and after that lecture the kid will stand up and he will just summarize the whole lecture, and then he will ask questions to the audience. And lots of time I have to put my head down, because if he asks me, uncle, what about this, I may not have answer for that. But
so these are the Panditji. They are getting these Panditjis ready.
Now, these are the kids, and there are 100 kids are studying there in a regular college and regular schooling and everything. But at the same time, they also learn Jainism 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the hour in the morning, hour in the evening, something like that. And there are residential pandits are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pandits are there that they constantly teach them everything. And it's kind of very, if the time permits, whenever you go next time, make a point, let me know about it. I'll make all the arrangements for you. They will come and pick you up, and they are a great host and everything.
I will go with you.
Yeah, definitely. Next time we'll make it together, and it's really, really nice. I love that place so much, and I love every time I go there, so much, And those pandits are so easygoing. I can call it middle of night also if I have a question, and they will just say no problem, and they're always ready to help it out.
Very nice.
Yeah. Very good. Okay. All right. So we'll see you next week. Okay. Thank you for the closing. Javani ke gyan se suje lokalo, sovani mastak namo sada deta hu. No ba namo kam. Thank you very much.
Jai Jinendra.
Jai Jinendra.